Good afternoon. Oh my gosh, what a show last night. I gotta give a shout out to Allegedly again. Picking his brain. Dusting the cobwebs off shit. What's up, Trent, buddy? How you doing, man? I got not only one cup of coffee, but I got two. Oh, it's all good, man. I'm just gonna chat. I don't know. Random stuff, see what's going on. See what's going on in the world. I was bored. I was like, what? Bunch of shit I want to check out. Just hang out. It's cold as hell. Well, my mom's like, what's the dinner? Man, I'm starving. I just had some sausage McMuffins from McDonald's, and then hell, I don't think I went to bed till 2 or 3. Woke up at 6. Went through McDonald's. It's like some sausage McMuffins sound really damn good right now, so I went there and got some. Ate a couple, had some coffee, got right back under the covers. Fucking passed the fuck out. I might wait till a little bit, then I'll eat. What am I getting? What's this picture? I'm loving this background music. I'm glad I ran across it. I've never picked it before because it's just a weird name. Because I checked a message. Uh-oh. Pork chops And squash? I love pork chops. I tried squash. It's just not my thing. Zucchini. Tried zucchini. It's just not my thing. I even had zucchini bread before because I love bananas. What's up, Savage, bro? You should hop on YouTube and join the open panel, bro. Come hang out on chat on stream. What's your is that your Twitch name, man? On Twitch? If you guys hey Trent, man, go give this guy a follow, buddy. He started streaming what'd you start streaming, Savage? Some GTA or something? My bad, man. I got so much going on with this show, bro. I haven't been able to check you out the last week and a half or 2 weeks. It's so much to do. Not only when the show's going, I got so many things running at the same time and I got to keep track of. And not only that, then I got the research when I'm not live and the outlines for the shows and all this other stuff. But I did want to mention, I'm also going to start doing personal interviews with people. I've reached out to a couple YouTubers just to kind of see if they were interested in telling their life story, why they got into the YouTube content that they got into, just what's their passions, what's the message they want to send to people, why are they doing what they do, and just profile them, because normally when we're making content, hop on over to YouTube, bro. You won't get any ads. Yeah, if you guys hop on over, I know you can't, Trent, but if you hop over to YouTube, you guys won't get any ads. It's because it's on Twitch. So, and if you do get an ad on YouTube, usually it's only just a quick 5 seconds and you hit skip. So if you guys can come to YouTube, it's always the preferred choice. But yeah, I've reached out to a couple YouTubers. There's a couple more I'm going to reach out to. Just the content creators, it's usually about other people and other discussions and topics and cases and, but I'd like to feature some people and just sit down with them and have a one-on-one and, just make the content about them, because they're always making content about others. So I'd like to try and make content for them, by them, and I just thought it'd be kind of cool. And then another thing, I would like to reach out to this family. A mother that I know has 4 sons, and 3 of them went into the war in Iraq and Afghanistan all at the same time. And then her youngest son was also on his own journey, going through gymnastics and traveling the world and working in Vegas and becoming a coach for these shows and just 2 completely, but just all that stuff. So I'd like to sit down with the mom sometime and see if she would like to sit down and have an interview just about her life story, about having excuse me, I had to sneeze. About having her life, her experience on that spectrum, and then maybe if the 3 sons that went together would like to sit down sometime. and then also in a separate interview the youngest son that was going on a different path. So I think all those would be great interviews that I'd like to try and offer, and I'm hoping that the vision in my head kind of is able to come out through this on YouTube. So those are just some of the things that I have in the background for the future. I'm hoping in the next month I'll at least be able to have some of those ideas displayed on here for you guys and for them, because I not only want to have it displayed for everybody here, but I'd also like these people to be able to take those interviews and that I did with them, and not only have it displayed here, but also, you know, they could take those interviews and display it on their own social platforms, because a lot of people, you know, we do talk about a lot of other stuff and a lot of other things going on, and nobody really wants to know our life story. And so I want to be a voice that kind of is able to open that up and let them talk about their experiences and their passions and their wishes and desires, and be proud of that, and proud enough to want to be able to put it on their platform, so people that do come there can be like, oh, okay, this is great content that they make, and it's also coming from a person with these experiences and passions and desires. You know, just a deeper meaning. Hey, what's up, Kimbrella? How are you doing today? My dinner is done. Oh, my bad. I should be popping these up. Let me see here. Yeah, if you come to YouTube, you won't get any ads. I know you can, Trent. My dinner is done, and by the time I'm done eating... Oh my gosh! Are you across the ocean, man? I appreciate you hopping in and hanging out. And enjoy those pork chops. See you later, buddy. Have a good night. So fingers crossed. I think it'd be really cool. All right. Let's see what we have popping up here. Oh yeah, this is vandalizing famous paintings. Take care, buddy. Have a good night, man. That's crazy. It's almost 8 o'clock there already. It's only 4 o'clock here. All right, let's see. Let's see. There's some videos I wanted to check out here. But before we do that, I'm gonna go check out News Nation real quick. Oh, hold on a second. Police are digging in a yard in connection to the Michael Monkeybone disappearance in Fruitland, Idaho, huh? All right, thank you for hopping in, Kimbrella. I appreciate it. Well, let's see if we have anything on here. Let's see here. Yeah, that's old news right there. We'll have a lot of Delphi coverage Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I imagine it's probably going to be Delphi. I don't... I need to get back to Ashley Bush also, because I haven't heard very much on that. And then we'll check into some of this. Why is this... This one right here? Is this the... No. My mom burnt the squash. Oh no! Don't burn the squash! Let's see. I think I had a video on that. Crap, I'm not seeing one. That's one thing I need to do, is I have just one folder for my show, and I need to separate it into the different cases and all that stuff. I have one right here, but I don't know if I should play that one. Let me just type it in the search bar. We'll type it in the search bar, and then we'll kind of check it out and see what's up. I really don't know much about this case, actually. So this is a day ago. Let me see here. We got 18 hours ago. Let's check channel 7 KTVB. Oh. Hold on a sec.
Well, it was an emotional day in Fruitland as police dug through a backyard searching for the remains of missing Fruitland boy Michael Vaughn. And tonight, so many questions still remain. Thank you for joining us here on a special edition of the Saturday News at 10. I'm Shira Matsuzawa, and you watched as that search was happening live right here on the news at 5 and 6. Take a look now. This is an updated map of the area. The home is about 4 minutes away from the Vaughn's neighborhood where Michael was last seen. The then 5-year-old went missing in July of last year, and there's been a nationwide search.
All right, I'm going to pause this and just rewind it real quick, just to avoid the copyright.
Well, it was an emotional day in Fruitland as police dug through a backyard searching for the remains of missing Fruitland boy Michael Vaughn. And tonight, so many questions still remain. Thank you for joining us here on this special edition of the Saturday News at 10. I'm Shira Matsuzawa, and you watched as that search was happening live right here on the news at 5 and 6. Take a look now. This is an updated map of the area. The home is about 4 minutes away from the Vaughn's neighborhood where Michael was last seen. The then 5-year-old went missing in July of last year, and there's been a nationwide search since. KTV was first on scene today, and Jude Binkley walks us through what we know so far.
Always make sure you like the videos, please.
JD Huff confirmed they're looking for
please like this one as well. It really helps out.
This house on Red Wing Street in Fruitland.
On Saturday afternoon, law enforcement and search crews dug up the backyard of a home nestled in this Fruitland subdivision, only 4 minutes away from where Michael Vaughn lived and was last seen. Police got a search warrant to scour this house on Red Wing Street in Fruitland Friday night and all day Saturday. Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff said they received a credible tip, one of more than 1,200 tips they've fielded about Michael's case since he went missing on July 27, 2021. At a press conference this summer, Huff told reporters a legitimate tip brought their investigation back to the area of Fruitland. Fruitland PD, Idaho State Police, and Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue used heavy machinery, including a backhoe, to dig. They cut down a tree and part of the fence. Canines were also out, helping search for any remains. Huff says a couple lives at the house but doesn't own it. He isn't aware of any connection they have to the Vaughn family.
No matter what's happened, it's been tragic for the family, and that's tough.
A neighbor told us he's never seen a search like this in the area. Mike Parker says crews knocked on his door and other neighbors
Wow.
in the past.
Almost immediately, I had a knock on the door that night. Wanted us, check our backyard, check the garage, check, to see if
What?
there's any way there was around. We've had police in the house a couple of different times.
Hold on, this is the guy?
Last year or so. They showed me a picture of.
Hold on
Back
a
in the
second.
area of Fruitland. Fruitland PD, Idaho State Police, and Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue used heavy machinery, including a backhoe, to dig. They cut down a tree and part of the fence. Canines were also out, helping search for any remains. Huff says a couple lives at the house but doesn't own it. He isn't aware of any connection they have to the Vaughn family.
No matter what's happened, it's been tragic for the family, and that's
What?
A neighbor told us he's never seen a search like this in the area. Mike Parker says crews knocked on his door and other neighbors in the past.
Almost immediately, I had a knock on the door that night. Wanted us, check our backyard, check the garage, check, to see if there's any way there was around. We've had police in the house a couple of different times over the last year or so. They showed me a picture of a kid's little scooter thing. Looked like it was sun-drenched if I'd seen that. And
Police say they'll keep searching until they hit every inch of the yard.
Crews show
Whoa.
up here at about 5:30 tonight, and they'll be back on scene Sunday morning at around 9:30.
And we will be back out there as well, continuing.
Whoa. Let's see
Welcome
what
back. Tonight
hallucination
in our
is.
missing series, a renewed search for a 5-year-old boy named Michael Monkey
Whoa.
Vaughn. We brought you his story for the first time last year, but tonight, the first national TV interview with both of Michael's parents and newly released photos of a man police say was nearby at the time of Michael's disappearance. Correspondent Marky Martin is joining us live. And Marky, you've been with this case for some time now. You traveled to Idaho last winter to speak with his mother, but now you've had the chance to speak to both of his parents. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Natasha, so we heard from Michael's dad, Tyler, for the very first time this week. He was the parent who was actually at home at the time that Michael went missing. And today marks 1 year since that little boy, who is lovingly known as Monkey, walked out the door and never came home.
Thanks
We
for the
haven't
info,
stopped.
Phantom.
Every day
Appreciate
we
it,
have
bro.
unfinished business, and I'll tell you that every day is an anniversary of the disappearance from Michael Vaughn.
It's been 365 days, a year of searching with no answers. For the 5-year-old Fruitland boy whose 2021 disappearance garnered nationwide attention and support.
Hi, what are you doing, bud?
Last July, Michael Vaughn was at home with his dad and baby sister while mom was at work. Family says he walked out, searching for neighborhood kids to play with.
He went to a neighbor's house. He went to another neighbor's
What age?
house, and another neighbor's house.
Last winter, Michael's mom, Brandy, invited our News Nation team to their Idaho home, walking us through her son's last moments there.
He would have come out of the garage.
Okay, how old
It
was
pretty
this
hard to
kid?
get out of, and you can hear that opening.
At the time, his dad, Tyler, declined to speak with us. But this week, that changed. The couple sitting
What?
together for their first national TV interview.
It doesn't feel like a year. It's been an eternity.
Tyler, a lot of people curious.
Oh, I'm
why,
definitely gonna have to
if
look
you were
that
the one at
interview up.
home, why you haven't done a lot of talking with the media. What's your response to people who want to know that question?
Because I was the one at home. I feel like because I was the responsible party. I don't like being in the public eye at all, and it's because I, to some extent, blame myself.
For most of the afternoon, Tyler says Michael played with his monster trucks and Nintendo Switch, and that around dinner time, he ordered a pizza and went down the hall to change the baby's diaper. When he came back out, Michael wasn't there.
Searched the house, searched the backyard, went out in the front yard, jumped in the van, called Brandy.
He says he raced around the neighborhood and was the one who called 911.
The Fruitland Police, Payette Police, and Payette County deputies and citizens searched through the night until support arrived the following morning.
In the last year, more than 3,000 acres.
Holy crap. Okay, and the parents let a 4, 5, or 6-year-old frickin' walk the neighborhood? to go play with friends? What the fuck? Where? Are we that out of fucking touch as a society? What? I can't even. I'm gonna mute it for a second. This is crazy.
Have been searched. No suspects have been named, but authorities say they have persons of interest. Fruitland police asking for the public's help in identifying this man, seen in newly released photos, walking in a nearby park at the time of Michael's disappearance. And to this day, nobody has been cleared, including Tyler and Brandy.
What do you tell people who say, do they know more than they're letting on?
A lot of the speculation online is based in fantasy land.
Law enforcement and God knows our truth, and we'll stand firm and stand strong.
Fruitland police confirming with News Nation the couple has cooperated with the investigation. Today, Michael would be 6, his parents grieving another summer without him, a summer they say should be spent playing and camping as a family.
Right. Time for bed now.
But I still want to look at some stars.
He is pure joy, love, excitement, much excitement, energy, lots of energy. You can't not fall in love with him.
Both Tyler and Brandy tell me they do believe that their son is out there alive. They still believe he's coming home. And Natasha, I asked both of them, what would justice look like in your eyes? Brandy's answer was if her son comes back alive and well, she could find it in her heart to forgive. Tyler said he just wants his child home. Legal punishment would take care of the rest. And I do also have to mention, to this day, Fruitland police, they have declined to go on camera for an interview with our crew since day one. Natasha.
Wow.
I can't imagine what these last several months have been like for this.
The police have refused to go on camera? And this happened a year ago. I'm surprised that I never... Wow. That's crazy.
His family. Can I ask, do Michael's parents fear the case going cold at this point? What is being done to keep his name and face on people's radars?
Yeah, it's a great question. And actually, they do not fear this case growing cold. They say there's new tips coming in all the time. They're actually excited about some new technology that's going to aid in some of the searches. And one of the biggest criticisms of this case has been Michael Vaughn never received an Amber Alert. His case did not fall under the criteria for the state of Idaho. It's outraged a lot of people. A lot of people think things could
now that's
be different.
That's a bunch of bullshit right there.
But also last week, Fruitland police announcing they've teamed up with the Homeward Bound program, which advocates for missing children. Starting in August, Natasha, there will be semi-trailers crisscrossing across the country with his name and face on them.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Meanwhile, speaking of new tips, what else have police said about that newly released photo of that man walking by the home around the time Michael went missing? Do we know anything about him?
Yeah, so we actually don't know a lot. In that police press conference that was held last week, they said they'd be releasing those photos. They did a couple days later, and the police chief just saying, we know these are grainy. This is not a suspect or even a person of interest, but this person was walking near the splash pad area of a nearby park leading up to when Michael disappeared. So they said they just want to find this person, have him come forward to talk to him, see if he saw anything. Maybe he saw something he didn't even realize he was witnessing at the time. They just want this person to come forward. Natasha.
All right, Marky Martin, we certainly appreciate it. And I know that family appreciates you keeping their boy top of mind as well. Thank you. And if you have any information, of course, on the disappearance of Michael Vaughn, please contact the Fruitland Police Department at the number or email address that you see.
We'll leave that up for a second. Holy crap. At least they have a photo of something. But man, how would that guy have... How would that guy have buried him? All right, we'll check out. We're going to look at this parents interview. What the hell?
So we just got off the press conference. Can you tell me a little bit about how you're feeling about...
All right, the audio's really low, so let me go ahead and turn this music down real quick before we start playing this. Let's see here, we'll go to theater mode, come back here, turn my music down. This thing is so touchy. All right, see what they say.
So we just got off the press conference. Can you tell me a little bit about how you're feeling about how it went and what type of information that they released and how the investigation is?
Whoa, the picture of that guy looks an awfully lot like his dad. I mean, look at the beard. I mean, I don't know, that's weird.
Is going in your perspective?
I know there's a lot of stuff that they're working on that is new stuff that made me very hopeful that I'm not going to go into, but we both know that they're working tirelessly. So I always feel good when coming out of there. They work very hard.
And when you say hopeful, can you kind of explain what that means to you with these new leads, but you know what they're looking into?
We both tried to stay hopeful through the whole thing, but the things that they're working on make me hopeful that we'll have answers eventually, and he'll come home.
He's coming home, and they're not going to give up.
So with the update that Huff gave when he said that they're looking in the area again, do you know?
That's it said music. It said music, but there wasn't any music. And then what's up with this lady?
If they're looking at people that you guys know, or is it really just general, or is there anything you can speak to on that, or that?
We don't really know.
What a weird question.
There's nothing that we can speak on that matter, and they're looking into every lead in persons of interest. So We don't know those, and what I can say is that they're doing everything they possibly can, to find Michael. So,
Is it, so have said, well, I mean, the family hasn't been cleared, but they've been cooperative. I mean, do you have any comment on that? Like, some people speculate that, oh, because the family hasn't been cleared, that they're guilty or they're this. But I mean, what do you guys take away from that? Because obviously it can be hard to clear somebody, you know, just because everything is so outstanding. I kind of wondering, Tyler, what do you think about that?
I think they're doing everything they can to find Michael, and like you said, it's extremely hard to be 100% on anybody. So we're just taking it as it goes, and I'm sure eventually we'll get there.
Have you guys been told otherwise? Because I know there's been rumors circulating around just online and even just around the community. Have you guys been told otherwise about being cleared?
we are working with law enforcement 100%. And I will say that they are a very, very big part of our lives continuously. And we will continue to work with them 110%. So when everything is cleared, or
when they're ready to take that step, we'll be grateful, but we know it takes time.
He seems pretty calm, except for tapping his foot.
Pretty consecutive in the first early months. Started to slow down a little bit just for police.
Now he's squeezing his shoe. What was that?
The first press conference we've had since.
Why would you let a...
Which I guess kind of contributes to just speculation around the community. With the lack of info.
Why would you let a kid that young go to all these neighbors' houses to play? I just don't understand. Like, it's been well known there's tons of kidnappings since, I mean, when it, out in the news, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010, I mean, you're talking 50 frickin' years. I don't get it.
Information that's been released from police in the past 6 months, which has led to this speculation. Do you think law enforcement should release more information, or just to combat those people that are coming up with these theories?
Most of the theories, I think, are completely not grounded in reality for the most part. And
this is interesting.
I wouldn't want them to release anything that jeopardized the case. I mean, the person that has Michael could be watching, and I mean, it's I wouldn't want them to put anything out that they shouldn't.
I believe they've done an amazing job, and they continue to do an amazing job. And they're...
Now, is she just saying that? Because they're not even talking to the news. They've declined their interviews multiple times, so what do the parents know that nobody else does?
They're not... They know the facts. They know the truth. They have the truth. And the things they are working on is very important because Michael is our son and they want him home just as much as we do. So for them to do what they're trying to do in their jobs is highly important. And I respect that. Yes, it is frustrating at times. But
Back in December, you told me that you believe Michael was taken. Do you still feel that same way today? And has there been new developments or anything that's made you feel more strongly about that?
yes, sir. Wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. And we're going to find him. And whoever decided that they could take Michael, they need or has information. They need to come forward. It's been almost a year. It has been 351 days.
Do you feel strongly one way or the other if it was a stranger or somebody that knew him at all? Do you feel any which way about that, or do you just not know?
Don't know.
Don't know.
We
don't
definitely
know.
feel that he was taken. I mean, Tristan's been here from the beginning. There was
Day one.
thousands of people here. He's not here. So he must be somewhere else.
Tyler, can you walk us through just that night? You were home with the kids. Can you just walk us through everything that happened last July?
Went back to change bug. Michael was playing on his Switch. She was sleeping, so it took a minute for me to rouse her, and then I changed a diaper. And
All right, before he goes into his story here, I'm going to show this photo here real quick. And in October 2021, Fruitland Police Department announced they were asking for help in identifying a car that was seen in the area around the time that Michael went missing. Police believe the car below is a 2016 to a 2018 white Honda Pilot. The car was seen on surveillance footage leaving the area of the Southwest 8th Street around 6:47 p.m. that afternoon. And then up here is where they got the photo of the person they believe is a suspect. Person of interest, my bad. White adult male, late 20s to early 30s, wearing black shorts, a white t-shirt with cut-off sleeves, dark colored shoes, and a hat. And when I saw I should pull up the previous video, they actually show a better picture, I think, because I thought I seen that weird looking beard on that guy too. So I'm going to go back to this dad's story and see if I can go to that other video in the meantime and get it paused on that blown up picture for you guys.
Tyler, can you walk us through just that night? You were home with the kids. Can you just walk us through everything that happened last July?
went back to change bug. Michael was playing on his Switch. She was sleeping, so it took a minute for me to rouse her, and then I changed a diaper and ordered pizza, Probably took me, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe, and came back out and went outside to smoke, and Monkey wasn't outside, so I figured he was inside with his brother, wasn't inside, and then I started to freak out, and it's all kind of a blur from there, just running all over the neighborhood. And tickle, tickle.
Hi, Tickles.
Did you
What time was that?
I ordered the pizza at 6:40. I really couldn't tell you any other timestamp behind besides that with 100% certainty. I don't even know if that's when I entered the order or when I finished the order or what. The receipt said 6:40.
and were you in the house when you ordered, or were you outside?
No, I was in the back bedroom with Bug.
And following, I mean, when you realized that you didn't know where Michael was, I mean, what did you do then? Did you knock on neighbors' doors?
I came outside and I looked down the street and I hopped in the car and called Brandy and drove to the splash pad and then all over the neighborhood, walking, running, driving. Like I couldn't tell you where. I mean, I didn't leave the neighborhood, but all up and down this, 8th Street complex. We were both all over.
Some of the people that like to speculate are wondering, well, why did you?
I'm wondering who this reporter is, because these questions, they're so scattered in words. Like, I don't understand why they're being asked that way.
You called Brandy. Why didn't you just call the police first? I mean, what was your thought going into that? I mean, obviously it probably wasn't rational because you were anxious. But I mean, can you just explain a little bit about?
And because it is a long interview, I am going to skip back a little bit just to avoid the copyright.
We were
I
both
appreciate it.
all over.
Some of the people that like to speculate are wondering, well, why did you call Brandy? Why didn't you just call the police first? I mean, what was your thought going into that? I mean, obviously it probably wasn't rational because you were anxious. But I mean, can you just explain a little bit about your process in that way?
I was scared, and she was the first person I thought to call. I needed her home as fast as I could because I was panicked and out of my mind.
Just going off of that question, I just think, I'm sure you guys see a lot of stuff online as well. I mean, last person to see is people speculate about that. What would you say just to people to help clear your name a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, anybody that's looked into the timeline, I feel like, there was no time for me to do anything. Not to mention, I didn't leave the neighborhood besides in a cop car for 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, there's thousands of people everywhere. I mean, there's nothing that I could have done. And I don't know how some people don't see that, but.
Talk to me about your relationship with Michael.
Yeah.
What was he like to you?
Is.
Yeah.
Sir, is.
What is he like to you?
He's my best little buddy. We do, you know, comic books, monster trucks. He's the sweetest little boy in the world. He was always trying to help.
Oh.
He's perfect with his sister.
All right, I did find that picture, so I'm gonna switch back to this real quick, and we're gonna go to that photo,
Asking
then
for
we'll
the public
finish up a little bit more.
this man
So there's a photo.
in
Thought it was
photos walk
right. There's that. I mean, this is a year ago, though. So how would anybody in the neighborhood remember from a year ago? But maybe the guy walks the neighborhood a lot. And wears the same clothing. But do you think he would after? But maybe he would. I don't know.
walking in a nearby park at the time of Michael's disappearance. And to this day, nobody has been cleared, including Tyler and Brandy.
What do you tell people?
All right, go back to this parents interview here.
They have an amazing relationship.
Both the sisters.
Both the sisters. He's a wonderful, wonderful.
Hey Ash K, thanks for joining the stream and thanks for the follow or sub this morning. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've never heard of it either. I'm just starting to check it out right now.
After it's been this long, I mean, how do you explain to such a small child what's going on?
Good afternoon, Mel Mac. Thank you for hopping in. Yeah, I'm just starting to check this case out. This is crazy. How's your day today?
When our older two go.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Tell her thank you. She is so supportive. I love it.
Bye-bye right now. Because that's the only thing that I could figure.
Yeah, I haven't heard of this case until Phantom.
And she had just really started talking at that point, and so we don't.
Phantom hopped in and
say bye-bye.
Said this to me. I was just gonna hop in and have some general chat, but
He'll be home.
this is
right
nuts.
So
She's the best.
Does she ask where he is?
She's amazing.
Pick up his pictures and give him kisses. Set him up in front of the coffee table and watch TV with him.
Oh. Well, thanks for letting me know.
she pulls out his Batman cape and
She seems like a very headstrong little girl.
oh yeah.
I wonder where she gets that from.
I don't know where she gets that from.
I'm sorry, how old is this little boy?
Looking back, as we approach 1 year mark,
I must have missed it.
what do you, besides finding Michael, bringing him home, what would you like to see law enforcement? What would you like to see the community? What would you like to see the world continue to do?
Keep his face out there. Don't let the story go away.
Well, we'll definitely talk about it.
Hope that
for sure.
You know, somebody finally sees one of these, or somebody finally gets the courage to come forward and give that tip that leads us to him, or maybe the person that has him, you know, drop him off at a hospital or a police
What do you
station,
guys think?
or you know, whatever. Just let him come back home.
You mentioned hope. What does hope look like right now?
These reporters, what kind of, like, the way they're asking these
And our
questions.
community members and our family.
5 years
all
old.
of us standing strong, that
Wow.
none of us are going to stop. Not a single one
It's
of us will stop.
2022, you know?
Michael is going to come home.
We have to be more aware
And
than
we're
that.
going to do the best we can to help others as well.
Does it feel like it's been a year?
It was very quick year and long year at the same time.
Yeah.
Time is weird.
Ash K, that was the first video I got on, was the search, and yeah, not too far away.
Go through every day without
We know what you mean.
him being found.
Yeah, not too far away.
What does your day to day look like? I mean, you just
But Barry,
Yeah,
that's what I don't
struggle.
understand, right? How would somebody? Maybe it was an old
That's kinda
tenant
how we do it is day to day.
that lived there,
I don't want to
and
get out
he
of
was
bed.
able to. I just don't
every day.
understand. I just don't understand how
We do
somebody
it-
would have
we
time
do
to
it, and we try
bury
to keep our
if he was just a
stuff
person
together.
that was walking by, right?
Try.
And
Sorry if I'm
just
asking
get
dumb
through every
questions.
day.
I just don't know about this right now.
being every day gets
Yeah.
you closer to being whole.
If they do, let me know, and I can either search it or you can email me, EvilleCJ.com, and send me a link.
Just how this whole system works before. Do you guys
I'll do another
review
quick search on
the
YouTube real quick.
other missing children's cases, and do you compare Michael's to other missing children's cases? Do you see timelines
Let's see what they say about this.
anything you've learned or obtained just in this last year that's kept you going, or is there any cases that are similar to Michael's that
Oh my gosh, these questions. Make them simple and direct. Why are you going all over the place?
I know it's very hard, right?
I wish I was asking them these questions. Yes, I am on Twitter, Mel Mac.
There have been
I think
a
I'm
lot of
streaming to
cases
Twitter
that have
today. Let me check.
brought hope,
Yes, I am.
and
I'm EvilleCJ on every platform.
to share those, and
All right. I don't know if there's anything more to this interview, but it seems like it's kind of going down. Let me go back to what happened. And before I go back to that, I just want to share this screen again real quick. And this information about this vehicle. I don't know who would remember somebody walking by with that picture a year ago, unless they continuously walk the neighborhood like that. But this right here should definitely jog somebody's memory from back then about the vehicle, around the time, the street. All right, now I'm going to go back to this and let's listen to what he says happened again, because I really got to listen to this. She had a live today. Who had a live, Melmac? I was up to, man, what a show last night. Picking allegedly's brain about all the stuff he wanted to talk about that he never gets to because he's always on crime shows. I just kind of wanted to pay him back and give him, you know, for showing me support like he does. I just kind of wanted to make the night about him last night and just let him get all excited about talking about crazy shit. It was great. But yeah, I might have missed, I didn't get to bed till like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I was up at 6, got some breakfast, and then I went back to bed. It's so cold. I just got under the covers and just passed out. Woke up at like 1 o'clock. Oh, okay, a local reporter. And people that lived in that place, they are digging at both prison both in prison on federal ground. Oh, the guy that is a person of interest. Is he still just a person of interest, or is he a suspect now? Alexander Duggan. She's a local reporter from mainstream media there in Berlin. Okay. Let me see. Let me write her name down. Duggan. And then, is that why you asked me if I have Twitter? Is she on Twitter? I can pull that up. And then while I do that, we can listen to this dad's account of what happened again. I got to hear this again. I apologize. And let me know if my mic is better today or not. I have like this little poofy thing going around my microphone to kind of cut out some dead air. So I don't know if it's affecting my mic or not. So if it sounds better or crappier or not even any difference, just let me know. All right, let's play this real quick, and then I'm going to look her up on Twitter. Thank you. I appreciate it, Melmac. And thank you for being in here.
Mike was playing on his...
Yes, that's why I asked you.
She was sleeping, so it took a minute for me to rouse her. And then I changed a diaper and ordered pizza. Probably took me, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe. And came back out and went outside to smoke, and Monkey wasn't outside, so I figured he was inside with his brother, wasn't inside, and then I started to freak out, and it's all kind of a blur from there, just running all over the neighborhood. And tickle.
Hi, Tickles.
Did you
What time was that?
I ordered the pizza at 6:40. I really couldn't tell you any other timestamp besides that with 100% certainty. I don't even know if that's when I entered the order or when I finished the order or what. The receipt said 6:40.
And were you in the house when you ordered, or were you outside?
No, I was in the back bedroom with Bug.
And following, I mean, when you
Did he call him Bug? That's a cute nickname.
what did you do then? Did you knock on neighbors' doors?
I came outside and I looked down the street and I hopped in the car and called Brandy and drove to the splash pad and then all over the neighborhood, walking, running, driving. Like I couldn't tell you where. I mean, I didn't leave the neighborhood, but all up and down this, 8th Street complex. We were both all over.
Some of the people.
These questions are so horrible. So what am I missing here? Like, okay, the first video I watched, it said that they let him leave the house to go find neighbors to play with. And he went from one house to another house to another house. But then I didn't really hear anything, unless I missed it again. I don't know. I didn't really hear that. So I'm kind of confused as to how it took place of him leaving the house. Maybe I just have too much stuff going on, and I still have a headache from frickin' yesterday morning. Ton of a lot of them are questions I can't confirm, can't report. Update coming at 4:15. Well, I missed that update. Um, and I'm sorry, I'm new to this Twitter. Is there like a certain spot to go to play media? Is this? Oh, here we go. Damn, CJ, we're learning here. Dog seems wound up. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, dog showed up. This is proximity to Michael's house. The entrance to the views on the right. Michael's house on the left. Diagonal across the field. He slipped out of the home after mom went to work. The stepdad was left in charge of new baby and Michael. Michael slipped out and the neighbors knocked on the door. What the heck? This stuff has been going on for, publicized for 50 years. You lock a door. And you make sure you have a lock, whether it's on a screen door or a front door that the kid cannot get to. I mean, you can get a frickin' lock at Walmart for $3. Or some kind of hook and, a hook with a circle thing you screw in the frame? A latch? I mean, geez. How old are these parents? And they're that's what I don't get. That has to. It can't just be some random person walking by, because they had to have been an old tenant. Because to dig up and bury, you're talking some time. And then if it's just some random person walking by and you go, oh, there's a shovel sitting outside. I mean, it had to have been an old tenant. Wow. And it has to be some pretty serious information to take a fence out and bring a machine in. Thank you for the info, Melmac. What the heck? Yeah, old enough is right. Jeez. This is something that, you have to have seen on the news growing up, being that. I mean, how I don't know, is this what society is coming to? We're that unaware? But now it seems he was out loose. Yeah, he's freaking. $5 years old. I mean, how do you... What the heck? Okay, let me pull this up and. This is from the 12th.
There's crime scene tape behind me. They're looking through a backyard right now, ISP and Fruitland Police, in relation to Michael Vaughn's disappearance. As I was told by Fruitland Police Chief Huff, You can see the road is blocked off. It's blocked off all around the other corner. You can see the fence here is taken out. A tractor just went in a little while ago. But we will keep you updated. And there's crime scene tape behind me. They're looking through a backyard right now, ISP and Fruitland Police, in relation to Michael Vaughn's disappearance, as I was told by Fruitland Police Chief Huff. You can see the road is blocked off. It's blocked off all around the other corner. You can see the fence here is taken out. A tractor just went in a little while ago. But we will keep you updated. And there's crime scene tape behind me. They're
I'm just gonna be honest, that jacket right there makes her look like a badass reporter. Look at that jacket. It's like she's not messing around. That's watch out. Last seen in boxer shorts, flip-flops, and t-shirt. Boom, vanished. My lord. My lord. Well, hopefully they find something. So they have the person of interest, and he's in prison right now. Let me go back to the YouTube here and see what I can find. 19 hours ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 22 hours ago. Not seeing anything. Yeah, we already watched that one. I'm gonna see what this one is here.
On top of that, breaking news in Fruitland. That's where Fruitland police are searching a home in connection to the disappearance of Michael Vaughn. Now, the police are searching in a proximity where it's close to Michael's home, where our crews say it's about 4 minutes away. And we checked in with Morgan Romero and Alex Duggan live on the scene just about 15 minutes ago. And Alex and Morgan, for folks just joining us right now, walk us through what you've been seeing out there.
You know, crews just wrapped up about 45 minutes ago, Shira. They were out at this house on Red Wing Street in Fruitland, about, again, 4 minutes away from the Vaughn home, the last place that Michael Vaughn was seen on July 27th, 2021. As we step to the side a little bit, you can see this heavy piece of machinery behind me. They have 2 pieces of equipment like this out here. They have been digging up this backyard on Red Wing Street all day. Alex, you were out here for a couple hours before me. What else did you see this afternoon?
I mean, we were in the backyard of a neighbor today. They were digging up the backyard. They have, significantly dug up a great portion of the yard. They cut down a tree. They've demolished the fence. And, a neighbor told us that this hasn't really happened before in this area. This is a really extensive portion of the search for Michael Vaughn.
Yeah, and very shocking for people who live here, too. They've been out here since last night. In fact, they obtained a search warrant to dig through this backyard. They came back out here this morning around 9:30. Again, they're done for the night, but they are going to be back out this house tomorrow morning at 9:30. Chief J.D. Huff with Fruitland Police telling us they are going to continue to search this area until they have scoured every inch. And it's important to note, this was a very credible tip that came in. And so they are actively searching for Michael Vaughn's remains in this backyard. You've seen Fruitland Police, Idaho State Police. Who else out here?
Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue is out here as well.
Okay, and some canine dogs too.
Canine as well, yeah, exactly.
Okay, and we are told that there is a couple that lives in this home on the corner of Red Wing Street, but
I just wanted to put this up there since we got her on Twitter. I wanted to kind of get one of her interviews up here, just talking about it.
The couple, as far as JD Huff knows, does not have any connection to the Vaughn family. We will continue to dig into this story, Shira. We will continue to keep people updated on air and online on ktvb.com, as well as on our social media accounts as we learn more. Again, police and search crews back out here in
She needs to
Fruitland
get that
tomorrow morning
leather
at 9:30,
jacket
looking
stitched
for the
with that
remains of Michael Vaughn
number
in this
7
backyard.
emblem on it.
Real quick, you mentioned that credible source. Any idea, did the police chief shed any light on who it may have come from?
He didn't. And Shira, I think it's important to note that the police department has received more than 1,200 tips since Michael disappeared from the neighborhood where he was from back on July 27th, 2021. And they have gone through these. They have cleared many of them. A lot of them have been very credible. And it appears that this one is very credible. And that's what led them here. And Alex, you were at a press conference this summer. What else did the chief say about the credible tips that they've been receiving that led them here?
Well, I mean, they've received a ton of tips, but, this one is probably the most credible so far. They said they received a tip in the summer that led them back to this area, and now that's where they're searching. So.
And important to know, as we've covered this story too, Shira, they have been looking all over the country, putting Michael's face and information.
I don't know why these
on the
captions
side
keep
of
turning off. I
semi-trucks
wish they'd just
traveling
stay
all
on.
over the West in hopes of finding missing Monkey. And we are back here just 4 minutes away from the Vaughn's home.
All right. Thank you both for sharing that and updating us. And we'll be sure to keep everyone updated at ktv.com as well. Thanks, both of you. And we're staying on top of that breaking news in Fruitland. That's where Fruitland police.
Wonder who Darylyn Johnson is. 2 years ago. 1982 case. We'll go ahead and get this one up too. Just see what this one's on. Another profile of her.
A Napa cold case dating back 40 years took its next big step forward today.
The man charged with the rape and murder of a 9-year-old girl in 1982 faced a judge. News Channel 7's Alexandra Duggan was in the courtroom today for that arraignment, and she joins us live here in studio. Alex, walk us through it.
Shira, Doug, David Dalrymple is accused of kidnapping, raping, and murdering Darylyn Johnson almost 40 years ago as she was walking to school in Nampa. Dalrymple briefly appeared in front of a Canyon County judge today. He did not speak, but his attorney entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. Back in 1982, the community searched for Darylyn for 3 days until a fisherman found her body next to the Snake River. Her case went unsolved for 38 years until investigators say DNA evidence linked Dalrymple to the rape and murder in 2020. At the time of his arrest, he was already serving 20 years to life in prison for sexual abuse of a child. Another man previously spent time in prison for the rape and murder of Darylyn, but he was later exonerated in 2001. Investigators tested the DNA evidence at the scene and say it linked to Dalrymple instead. Dalrymple's trial is scheduled for March 13th and is expected to last 4 weeks. Each charge carries a maximum sentence of life in prison and a $50,000 fine.
All right.
And we'll continue to follow this.
Let's see what Melmac says. I feel like one of these neighbors got busted for something unrelated, had knowledge of my. So who's the person that they... Phantom, wasn't it you that... And if it was somebody else, I apologize. But wasn't it you that said something about somebody was in custody or in jail? Let me go back through. Yeah, I know. Just a few minute walk, Melmac. And like, the fact that they're digging, that is it's just very odd. Like somebody had to have time. You know, Chris Watts, he had time to dig. You gotta have time, and whether it's pre-planned or after the fact, you gotta have time. I tweeted that. Let me see here. Let me look for. Is it Melmac on Twitter? I'll follow you. Type in the chat what your Twitter handle is, and I'll go follow you. And if it's cool for me to put it on screen, just let me know and I'll put it on screen. And if you don't want me to, I won't. I'll just keep that stuff for the back of the head. All right, let's go back to
and we're seeing on top
yikes.
of that breaking news.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't think I've seen this yet. And I thought they said the or you can email me too. Let's see. No, different name. No, copy and paste. Okay. I appreciate it. And I'll definitely follow you. I thought somebody said that the cops weren't, well, the news, they said they refused to have any questions being asked or even talked to. Is that true? Or was that just a while ago?
I can try, yeah. You want that reset it?
Well, how long is this thing? 27 minutes? Oh my gosh. Let's see, let's skip ahead. My gosh. I can't believe they just let him. It's $3 at Walmart for a latch or a lock, people. For a lifetime of comfort. Come on. Is this guy talking?
Good morning, everyone.
Okay.
I just wanted to start out by thanking you guys for showing up. I apologize for the short notice on this and moving this up in our schedule. But we
And this is
identified
from
some
3
travel
months ago.
conflicts and some other commitments that weren't going to allow some of our partners to be here today. So they wanted to be here today. It was important for everybody to make it on this anniversary of Michael's disappearance. And so I appreciate you for indulging us and moving this up in your schedules as well. So I quickly want to recognize the Fruitland Police Department, the men and women of our department, as our staff continues to work tirelessly to keep this department moving forward as we continue to investigate Michael's case. So their loyalty and courage and tenacity is clearly unmatched. And it's a privilege to lead and work with these people every day. I just wanted to introduce, as I've done in the past, our partnerships haven't changed. I'd like to introduce Supervisory Agent in Charge Doug Hart with the FBI, Captain Matt Sly with the Idaho State Police, Chief Gary Marshall with the Payette City Police Department, Sheriff Andy Creech with the Payette County Sheriff's Office, and Mark Sullivan with the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue. We also have with us today the family of Michael Vaughn.
So this is Fruitland, Idaho?
Tyler Vaughn and Bob Vaughn and Bug. So it's nice to have them here with us today. So since the evening of July 27th, 2021, the Fruitland Police Department, the Idaho State Police, the FBI, law enforcement agencies, and law enforcement agencies across the country have investigated the disappearance of 5-year-old Michael Vaughn. We haven't stopped. Every day we have unfinished business, and I'll tell you that every day is an anniversary of the disappearance from Michael Vaughn for us. Law enforcement, the families of law enforcement, and our community. Our investigation remains intense and strong. So I want to take a moment to just kind of cover some significant aspects of the case to provide some context for those who aren't completely familiar with our case, or those might be jumping in a little bit later. A lot of it I've covered in prior press conferences, but I wanted to cover it again today. So Michael Joseph Vaughn was last seen at his residence on Southwest 9th Street at approximately 6:30 p.m. Tuesday, July 27, 21. Law enforcement received the first call by 911 at 7:21 p.m. and we began an immediate search of the area. And I should note that law enforcement across the country receives these type of calls every year. Numerous calls like this, we call them wander-off.
So he was, if you want to, Melmac, you can, if you're able to email me, EvilleCJ@gmail.com. You can email me the link if you want. So he ordered the pizza at 6:40. No. That's 6.
Families of law enforcement in our community. Our investigation remains intense and strong. So I want to take a moment to just kind of cover some significant aspects of the case to provide some context for those who aren't completely familiar with our case, or those might be jumping in a little bit later. A lot of it I've covered in prior press conferences, but I wanted to cover it again today. So Michael Joseph Vaughn was last seen at his residence on Southwest 9th Street at approximately 6:30 p.m. Tuesday, July 27, 21. Law enforcement received the first call by 911 at 7:21 p.m. and we began an immediate search of the area. And I should note that law enforcement across the country receives these type of calls every year. Numerous calls like this, we call them wander-offs, and they conclude, but after finding the child safely with friends or family, and clearly it's typically a breakdown in communication. So you need to know the first missing and endangered alert went out at 8:20 with different alerts to email, phone calls, text messages being issued to area residents until 11:20 that night. Michael's image and information went out to law enforcement nationwide on a database called the National Crime Information Center, or NCIC. And Michael's also been entered into the State of Idaho Missing Person Clearinghouse and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The Fruitland Police, Payette Police, and Payette County deputies and citizens searched through the night until support arrived the following morning. The ensuing response was immense. We had over 100 law enforcement officers.
I apologize. I was on mute. I was reading what Melmac wrote. Melmac, that was a bomb. And I wish I had sound effects, because that definitely deserves one. Awesome information. Thank you so much. Wow, that is crazy. You're all good. I wish you could type more. Sorry. Wow. Let me put that back up there. Wow, that is... Wow. This is... I never expected this when I got on. Wow. I'm sorry, my sinuses are going crazy, so I probably even sound muffly, sneezing, coughing. I'm all over the place. But my headache's kind of gone, so that's the best part. Because I had a horrible migraine yesterday. Wow, this is crazy. And how can I wonder how many other sex offenders are in that area? Is it just a couple of neighbors and that's it? Let me see here. What's the population? City along the Snake and Payette rivers in Payette County, Idaho. Lies along U.S. Route 95 in the Treasure Valley of southwest Idaho, about 50 miles west of Boise on the border with Oregon. It is part of the Ontario micropolitan area. Right next to Oregon. Wow. Like it, part of it. Wow, it's like, it's not even really, it's pretty much just all together. And that's Ontario, Oregon. I am in Indiana. Yeah. If you go to this is one person I definitely want to interview is Justice Served Daily. If you go back to my stream where she was the special guest, man, she just, I didn't know that it existed like it does around here. It's ridiculous. And very informative. Very informative. I definitely want to sit down and interview her one day. And if you weren't here for the beginning, if you want to hear about my ideas for the future and things like that, just watch the beginning of the stream, and I kind of talk about what I'd like to have for the future. One of the persons I'd like to interview is ATS, just about, you know, what got her into the whole true crime and her passions. And, you know, we all make content about other people, and I kind of want to be, I also want to have interviews, not with just YouTubers, but personal interviews as well. And I kind of mentioned it in the beginning of the stream about the future ideas of the EvilleCJ concept. It's all good. I know I didn't know this case was going on. Honestly, I just, instead of having one coffee, I brewed up two. And I was like, yep, I'm just going to have some afternoon coffee and chit chat, go through News Nation, check out Twitter, you know, see what's going on. And shortly after I started, Phantom came in and dropped some information to me about this, what was going on. And I was like, well, I got to check this out. And then all of a sudden it just went into this case. And there's so much on Delphi to talk and discuss, but I'm gonna wait to talk about that until ATS comes out with her stream tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be listening at work, so I'm gonna try and do the best I can to be supportive. And then tomorrow night I'm gonna start on Delphi, and I have a feeling that Delphi is probably gonna take Monday through Thursday for the majority of it, and then we'll probably get into this case a little bit here and there too, because they're probably gonna be there's probably gonna be some stuff going out too. Yes, I know they are the best at it. They're the best at it. Give me a minute here because I'm new to this. I'm gonna take a second to put links up for everybody so that you can follow them as well. And Melmac, I appreciate your support as well since the beginning. So if you're cool, I mean, I'm new to the mod stuff too. But if you're cool, I'd like, oh my gosh. Let's get rid of that. Oh, it didn't get rid of one of them? Block. It was a double. Yeah. Sorry about that. But let me leave this up, and in the meantime, I'm gonna put their links up here. Of everybody. Let's see here. First, I'm gonna put up allegedly, because this dude's been supporting me from the very get-go, before I even started with a microphone and any of this stuff. Really, it was just StreamYard basic default, and I just wanted to see if it was actually working, you know. So that was really cool. That's why we did a show for allegedly last night, because of all of his support since the beginning of my channel. He has definitely been there, and he just, you know, a week ago he was telling me that he had so many things that weren't, you know, crime related that he just wanted to talk about so bad, but he never could because he was always in crime shows, you know. And a week ago I was like, you know what, bro? It's like, you've been so supportive, man. I wanna do a show where it's just about you, the stuff that you want to dust the cobwebs off of, pick your brain. You know, I want you to just talk about everything that you're just totally passionate about, that you never get to talk about. And I'll make it a 4-hour stream. That way we cover everything. All right, there's all the links. And Melmac, I would like to have yours as well, if you don't mind. I'll put yours up there too. You've been totally supportive as well. And I'm new at this making mod stuff, so I will try. The only thing I can do from StreamYard chat is put user in timeout and block, as far as I know. So I can go to my YouTube and go to my studio, see if I can do it that way. Because I'd like to extend the mod stuff as well, if you'd like to. Let's see, settings. Community. You can only have, oh, okay. I don't see. I typed in Melmac and I don't see it. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm new to this. Okay, so this is Fruitland. I'd like to know the population. See if I can view details here. Hello, come on. Is it gonna... Can I view them? I guess that's it. It doesn't even tell you the population. That's odd. Let's back out a little bit. So Ontario, basically. A lot of mountains around there too. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely check out the beginning of the stream, because it's that's why it's not like totally crime. I do like to cover it because I started off watching CDT and Amber about 4 years, a little over 4 years ago, and I've always appreciated their content, and they're the reason why I wanted to kind of do the crime stuff. But I also have other passions that I have as well when it comes to the artistic side. I'm going to be having painting streams coming up in the near future. I also want to sit down and have one-on-one interviews with people and from different types, you know, YouTubers to personal interviews and such. So I'm hoping, you know, I have these paintbrushes, metaphorically, and I have the painting in my head. I just can't display it right now. So I'm just hoping that it works out. I think it would be really interesting and something different, but at the same time, it's something that we are all interested in as well. 4,838 population. I'm sorry, what medium? I'm trying to get another web camera so I can have one web camera on the painting itself and then another web camera that's kind of like off to the back of where I'm standing up and doing the painting. So I'll actually be on stream. I'm going to have wireless earbuds so I can talk to everybody while we're in chat. I'll have my chat up next to me, next to where I'm painting, and then you'll actually be able to see me doing the painting itself, but also have a camera that's directly on the painting, so you'll have two different views of it. And then also, since it is a community kind of thing that I'd like to share with everybody, you know, if there is any requests for paintings that anybody would have, you can email them to me at EvilleCJ@gmail.com, and I'll definitely take a look at them. And I do have a couple paintings I'm going to start off with when I do start the streams. And then if anybody, you know, we could always have an evening where we all kind of do the same paintings at the same time, so I could have one picture on the camera that we're all going to paint, and then we can all do paintings. And then if you guys want to send your pictures of your paintings to me, in the beginning of my streams, I'll make screenshots of all of our paintings next to each other, just to have some fun with it. Let's see here. Acrylic and oils. I'm not really the watercolor. I just get messy with that, to be honest. Those never turn out good. But definitely acrylic and oils. And I even got some special, because I'm a pretty thick, heavy painter. And so a lot of my paintings, I do have a lot of texture to them. So a new addition to my textured paintings for the future, I got this, it's like this glitter paint type stuff. And so on my paintings from now on, I'm going to kind of highlight the, so to speak, rough terrain of my paintings with like these shiny effects, so it kind of sticks out a little bit, just to showcase the yeah. I'm excited, but that's, these are all ideas that I have, so this stuff will take a little time. I definitely want to get another camera for the painting stuff. I'm in the process of designing a special desk for the painting stream. So that'll probably take me about a week and a half to 2 weeks for the desk. And then once that's done and built, then I'll be able to focus on the little things for that. And then that should all be ready. And then hopefully I'm hoping to have some of my interview ideas in the next month and a half, to start having those showcased as well, but still have the same content. So, man, I am freezing. Ooh. Okay, let me see if there's anything new on this this Michael Vaughn stuff. I'm surprised I never heard about it. It's a year old. Maybe just because there was nothing. There is a. Let's see here, 1 second. Oh, come on, YouTube. What are you doing? Ooh, Crazy Crime Chick has a video coming up about Aaron Carter. She's got a live coming up too. Is that tomorrow? What is today's date? The 12th or the 13th or something? Man, I wonder if I got the flu, because, well, not the flu. I got my flu shot a couple weeks ago, but man, I have not been feeling good for like a week. And like all last week, I just felt like something was off, but not that I really had any. It wasn't like hacking or nothing, but these last couple days, maybe it's because it got really cold the last couple days, and now it's just really kind of other stuff. I need some orange juice. Sounds good. I should have got that with my sausage McMuffins this morning. I'm not really finding anything. I'm not really finding anything anything more on this. Is there any other information? 5 hours ago? That's just showing people digging. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not really seeing nothing. Yeah, I got my first suspension last night watching UFO stuff. I feel bad for a dropping, but I'm glad I was able to get back up right away. I just definitely don't want to break any rules. I hope I didn't at the very beginning. Because the last couple streams before this, I'd start off with a little thing that I got together with my buddy here. And I played, and then he added some drum beats with his program on his computer, and then I made it a sound file. And I got a warning about those. So I'm like, well, last night was the last night that I could start the stream off with that. I figured playing it quicker than what the actual song was would actually not get it in trouble with there not being any lyrics behind it. But it didn't matter anyway. They still said, no, you can't do that. So today I was just like, well, screw it. I'll just start it off with something else. Phantom says, I think they are going to find a body in the yard. Well, yeah, I think, and I agree with you. I hope so. I hope they do. You know, prayers, and it is sad because I think they probably will though, because they took that fence out. It's very close to where he lived, and I don't think they'd go taking a tree down and digging in somebody's yard if it wasn't credible. And they even said they're going to dig the whole yard until they find something, right? I think that's what one of the news clips said. What's up, Machiavelli? Hey, thanks for your support last night in the stream, man. For allegedly, you came in with some really good information and some really good topics, and I appreciate your company. What a great stream. I'm so happy that I was able to do it for allegedly last night because he's been very supportive. Excuse me. Yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And you too, Phantom, Melmac, you guys are... I'm just a minnow in this big ocean. And so for you guys to hang out and, you know, help me through this journey and help me be you know, a better podcast person. You guys don't have to do it, and you do, and I just, you know, that's why I came up with that thank you little letter picture to everybody, because I woke up today and I was just like, you know, each one gets better and better, and I keep learning more and more, and it doesn't matter. Like, so it was just like, man, I need to write this down and make it a part of my intro, because, like, you know, for my whole life, I've heard people like say, you know, that I have a different way of thinking, and that, man, you know, you should do radio, and, you know, all this, you know, all this stuff. And because of, uh, you know, circumstances or life situations or um, events, or, you know, negative, positive, ugly, and beautiful, I was never really able to to be able to like get that degree, to be able to pursue a passion, which was always, ever since I was young, was to always, you know, be on the radio, or be some kind of director for films. You know, that's another passion that I have. But so it was a lot of art and music and things like that. But, you know, just ever since I started, you know, being on Twitch a few years ago and just kind of hanging out, and everybody would always be like, you know, or even in real life, they'd be like, you should always be on the radio. Like, you gotta, and it's just something I would, but I just could never do it. And when I came across this StreamYard thing, you know, like a month ago, I was just like, oh, let me check this out, because I never thought I could do it. And it's just allowing me to be able to do one of the passions that I have without having to have that degree or schooling or whatever. And then to have you guys here to help me through it and be able to help me live out one of my passions and things. You know, I just want to be, you know, like you said, Machiavelli, I just want to be one of them positive voices, because there's so much negative out there. And, you know, there's so many people caught up with so much other stuff. It's like, let's talk about you. You're always busy talking about it. That'll be cool, though. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just find out what's going on. Yeah, I appreciate it, my Mac. And if we can figure out a way that I can follow you on, or you can always follow me. I don't know if you have on Twitter, and then maybe that way I can follow you back if you follow me or something. It's EvilleCJ. But it looks like there's no new role updates going on. I was looking all over, couldn't find it. So, is your Twitter on about page? Let me see here. I don't even know where that's at. Profile? Yeah, that'd be crazy, Machiavelli. I don't think we'll be existing when that takes effect, though, unfortunately. I am excited about the stuff that we're doing with Mars. That's pretty sweet. And then the stuff that we're doing with the moon. That is really cool. Because, you know, there's so much out there. It's like the oceans and the woods and stuff that we were talking about last night on the stream with Allegedly. You know, there's so much that we haven't been able to explore, and outer space is just, it's just crazy. You know, you just look up at the stars and you're just like, that ain't nothing. But it is something. It's like It's just crazy. Yes, it is, Malmac. Yep. I think it should be. I know I was having some issues with my links, but I think I got them fixed yesterday. Let's see here. Yes. Yep. All right. You could read books. I don't think we are meant to live like we live. I know, man, because I need maybe one of these nights I will sit back and discuss my mentality on life, on purpose, on paths, on I just have a different way of thinking. If you listen to the best way to say it without saying it is if you go to Joe Rogan's podcast and you go to his meaning of purpose. It's like a compilation of stuff, and he talks just about life and the purpose of it. It's like right on with where I'm at. It's just a deeper level of thinking, you know. It's kind of like living in a world where a lot of people play chess, but checkers, but you play chess. Everybody else is playing checkers, but you play chess. It's a lot of people have a hard time understanding. A lot of people have a hard time understanding. But it's all, you know, it all comes from a good place. I have a soothing voice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope it helps. He said, yeah. Just stare at the world. Yeah, man. A lot of negative out there. Unfortunately. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off for right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to be back on later tonight or not. I guess it just depends on what's going on. I kind of do feel like doing a little gaming. And so, let me throw up a banner real quick. You know what I am going to play before I hop off, though? I am going to play a little video because I think it would be really cool if all of you guys would like to join me. You don't necessarily have to... I don't think you have to have the Twitch app, or maybe you don't have to follow me, or maybe you can just go to twitch.tv. But I do game shows where people can hop in with their mobile device. A lot of people will use their phone to participate in the game show. And then you watch the stream the game show, you participate with your phone, but you watch the game show with me. I'm on camera. We do the game show, and that's where you see the game show, but you play at home or wherever you're at with your phone or your tablet or your computer even. What I do is I just give you a code and you hop in that way. Because some of them are time delayed, it might be, I can stream it to YouTube, but I'll be on Twitch. But because some of them are time delayed, it might be kind of hard to play it if you're not watching on Twitch, because I don't know what the delay is from Twitch to YouTube to your TV. But these are the two. This is one of them. It's Jackbox Party Pack 3. So I'll play this real quick so you can get an idea of what the game is. Now my favorites, I got Jackbox Party Pack 3 and Jackbox Party Pack 6. And the two favorite games are Trivia Murder Party and Trivia Murder Party 2. So I'll play Jackbox Party Pack 3.
The Jackbox Party Pack was cute. The Jackbox Party Pack 2 was sophisticated.
I say.
But the Jackbox Party Pack 3 is insane. Jackbox Party Pack 3 is crammed with 5 spleen-splitting party games. The death-defying quiz show, Trivia Murder Party. Match wits with the trivia-obsessed killer. The brain-battering guessing game, Guesspionage. Deductive reasoning. The explosive t-shirt slugfest, TKO. Battle your custom t-shirts to the death. The down and dirty game for liars, Faking It. Catch your friends in embarrassing lies. And the nitro-burning sequel, Quiplash 2. User-generated content. Play with up to 8 players using this, or one of these. Plus an audience of up to 10,000 can play along. It's the Jackbox Party Pack 3. You're gonna need a...
So that is that one. Here's number 6.
Relax. Take a deep breath. Visualize all 5 new party games in the Jackbox Party Pack 6. The popular Trivia Deathmatch returns with Trivia Murder Party 2. Fight for your life in bizarre new mini-games. Still not relaxed? How about the Offbeat Personality Test Role Models? Find out who you really are. The comedy contest Joke Boat. Perform stand-up comedy on a cruise ship. The inventive word game Dictionarium. Build your own nonsensical dictionary. And the hidden identity game Push the Button. Unmask the aliens before time runs out. Play with up to 10 people using your phones as controllers. Plus, an audience of 10,000 can play along. It's the Jackbox Party Pack.
So, if that sounds cool or fun, check me out on Twitch. I'll stream it to YouTube. Like I said, I don't know what the delay would be or could be or anything like that, because it's something I never have done before. I've just done it on Twitch. But this is my Twitch channel, EvilleCJ. I'm live right now on it, streaming this podcast to Twitch. And so I will be on there. If I do, I'll definitely put out a notification if I'm going to be having a stream coming up with some Jackbox. But I think it would be really fun, not only to, have the talks with the crime and the interviews and the featured special guest and just the chit chat with coffee and news. But I think it'd also be fun if you guys would ever want to play along and just kind of play some games with the phones or the tablets. But I want to thank, geez. Sorry about all them screen. Holy crap. Oh, sorry. There we go. That was weird looking. Let me check these comments real quick. All right, man. It's 2 after midnight. Oh, yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I'll let you guys know, about that sometime. If you have any painting ideas you'd like me to feature, just go ahead and send them to EvilleCJ@gmail.com, and I'll look through them. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks for showing the information and helping me out with this new case. and I hope they come out with some good updates for him. It's just sad. But I just wanted to say thank you guys. I'll let you know if I'll see you later. I'll put out an early notification if I am. Thanks again for being here. And I hope you have a peaceful and positive afternoon and evening.